When I do it carefully. You can lose everything you want over jealousy. When I met her, I ain't never sweat her, I just let her breathe. You down, keep my foot on you, that's not my pedigree. At your throat, I done took her over, I pray I never leave. You forgot, it's a plot, tucked in my sleeve. Boy, you fucking shoot, so just see for some bloody breed. True nature, cut the conversation, better keep it brief. There's a lot of times when I'm present to our enemies. They try to run when you're gone, this shit doesn't mean you gotta fall, never ride on the melody. What you hear the witness, don't get another legacy. Times in the person to the enemy. You can try to run when you're gone, this is destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. When you get to witness the beginning of a legacy. Times in the person to the enemy. You can try to run when you're gone, this is destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. When you get to witness the beginning of a legacy. They don't want to know, we tell them, they just don't believe. It's about the journey, I ain't worried, moving at my speed. Saying we ain't muscle, you desire, gotta disagree. Hard on the mind, then we spinning like rotisserie. Go against the eye, I'm right, it's another victory. Different niggas moving fire, where the referee. Moving like the military, something they ain't never seen. Westworld, people, this is what they
see that joint right there? That big joint right there. That's that Humidor shit? YAHANNA. Hey, let me get a look at that.
Never rise at the melody. When you get to witness the beginning of a legacy. About times in the present to our enemy. You try to run when you're gone, this is destiny. You gotta fall, never rise at the melody. When you get to witness the beginning of a legacy.
All right, clap it up, clap it up. Clap it up. All right, man, I.S.U.P.K Houston, Wednesday class. Officer Knock holding it down. Title of the class, Hard Knock Life for a reason. You already know what it's like to be black. You already know what it's like to grow up in these hoods and these ghettos. You already know what it's like to be a brother on the streets, you feel what I'm saying? But the point is, do we know why? We know why it's like that. I'm gonna dig into a little bit of philosophy, you know what I'm saying? Some history, you know what I'm saying? Some scriptures, whatever the case may be. We're gonna go into the Hard Knock Life. This is volume 1, you know what I'm saying? We all think that this is normal, but once again, man, this ain't normal, man. We've been put in a situation by our oppressors, and we're gonna keep speaking on it until the day that our freedom comes, you know what I'm saying? And if you ain't the one to try to come into the school, if you ain't the one to try to change and, you know what I'm saying, change who you are and become a better person, then don't even say the words, I mean, freedom or salvation or whatever the case may be to me, because you don't really want it. All you want to do is remain stranded in America, you know what I'm saying, the place that we call America, which is our bondage. Once again, we're the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We teach out the Bible. We teach who the Israelites are. The Israelites is our culture. The Israelites is our heritage. And we teach the Bible from a historical perspective. You feel what I'm saying? Culture, current events and everything line up and describe who the Israelites are today. So we dig into these records, these archives, and we bring it out, you know what I'm saying, and we show people, you know what I'm saying, the truth that the Bible has locked away. You know what I mean? So we're gonna start off with let's get into it. Let's read this story real quick.
You got it highlighted what you want read?
No. All right. This is a book called When I Was a Slave, Memoirs from the Slave Narrative Collection by Norman Yetman. right? We on page 5. Sister named Mary Armstrong from Houston, Texas, interviewed at Houston, Texas. She's 91 years old, and she's given her account, or she's given her memory on when she was a slave. Hence the book title called When I Was a Slave, right? All right, we're gonna read a little bit out of this. It's written in phonetic language, so it sounds like she was saying, right? This was in St. Louis where I was born. You see, my mama belonged to old William Cleveland and old Polly Cleveland, and they was because they always beating on their slaves. I know because mama told me, and I hears about it. I hears about it other places, and besides, old Polly, she was a poly devil. If there was ever one, she whipped my little sister that was only 9 months, just a baby, to death. She come and took the diaper off the little sister, of my little sister, and whipped till blood just ran, just because she cried like all babies do, and killed my little sister. I never forgot that. But I got some even with that old poly devil, and it is this away. You see, I was about 10 years old, and I belonged to Miss Olivia. What was that old Polly's daughter? And one day, old Polly Devil comes to where Miss Olivia lives after she marries and tries to give me a lick out of the yard. And I picks up a rock about as big as half of your fist and hits her right in the eye and busted the eyeball. All right. So skip down. First of all, she called him the old Polly Devil. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting she would use those words. Mama say she was in one bunch and me in another. Mama had been put before. Mama say she was in one bunch and me in another. Mama had been put before this with my papa, Sam Adams. But that makes no difference to old Cleveland. He's so mean, he never would sell the man and woman and children the same one. He sell the man here and the woman there, and if the children, he sell them someplace else. Old Satan, old Satan in torment could be no meaner than what he and old Polly was to their slaves. He chained a nigga up to whip him and rub salt and pepper on him, like he seasoning them up. And when he sell a slave, he greased their mouth all up to make it look like they've been fed good and were strong and healthy. All right. We want to set the tone of what we got going on. Let's get Matthew 7:13. Let's get Matthew 7:13. We got a problem in America as far as being black. Today, when we black, we think about getting money. We think about chasing the dream. You know what I'm saying? We think about our struggles, and we think about how we're going to turn our struggles into money, how we're going to turn our pain into a dollar. You feel what I'm saying? We chasing freedom, and we chasing this money. You feel what I'm saying? And what happens is our oppressor weaponizes our hunger. You feel what I'm saying? Our oppressor weaponizes our lust for money, right? And everybody trying to tell us how to be black. On the TV, it's all about what is a black woman, what is a black man. Nobody knows what it's like to be black, because they selling us a dream. They selling us a lifestyle that we don't adapt, that we shouldn't adapt to. We don't have to adapt to. We're not even accustomed to it. Yo, the AC on? You turn the AC on. It's hot. There you go, right there. It just came on. What is on? What's the numbers? Just drop it down like 70.
It's on
70.
70?
Yeah. Yeah, I bet. I mean, so they use our rebellion and they weaponize it, man, and they teach us how to be they teach us how to be slaves, and it's a problem because we kill each other for a name. We kill each other for a reputation. You feel what I'm saying? We do the things we do to each other just for a reputation. You know what I mean? You step on somebody's shoe He gonna be like, yo, you just gonna let him step on your shoe like that? You just gonna let him talk to you like that? Or you just gonna let him say something to you like that? And really, what you about to do to that brother is so your reputation stands strong. You feel what I'm saying? In the life we live today, where we kill another brother for no apparent reason, it's been put on us, man. As you can see, those days we stood together. You feel what I'm saying? Our goal was to be together. As she said, when the children, the family was all broken apart, it was all sold to different people. Their goal was to be together. Today, our goal is to kill each other. Today, we throw our kids out when they're young. You feel what I'm saying? They 18, we get them out the house. You feel what I'm saying? Our kids don't want no part of us. They don't want to be like their fathers. The dads is locked up. I'm saying the moms are single. They want to get welfare, WIC, and child support. You know what I'm saying? So now they push the brothers out the house. And the life we live in today is just hell. We living in a hard knock life, man. We living in the oppression that our oppressor has set up for us. Right? You got any questions so far?
Well, sir.
All right, well, let's get into it. Let's get into these scriptures.
Matthew 7 and 13.
Let me get Matthew 7 and 13. Let me get with you. Shout out to the brother Nike in the building. Give him a hand. You got it.
Sir. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13.
Go ahead.
Enter ye in at the straight gate,
Mm-hmm.
for wide is the gate, and broad is the way
Mm-hmm.
that leadeth to destruction.
Mm-hmm.
And many there be which go in therein. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life,
Mm-hmm.
and a few there be that find it.
So what does that mean? You understand what you just read?
Sir.
All right, break it down.
The path to destruction is wide, but the path to righteousness is narrow. So not many people are able to find it.
Right. We all on the same path, right? But some of us take a detour. Some of us take a path that, like, just imagine we all walking. You got it. What you got?
People want to take the path that they see other people go through.
Right. We follow everybody else. We are sheep, as the Lord called us. We sheep. So if we see everybody doing this, that's where we're going to go. And we follow those people because that is normal. It's natural. It's in our nature to just follow people. So we see the drill culture. We're going to go make drill songs because it's sell. If the women shaking they horn out of both draw legs, if we see that selling, then other women going to want to do it. You got Cardi B, you got Megan Thee Stallion, and they all follow after Nicki Minaj. And there's no MC Lights no more. You know what I'm saying? Give me some more. What's the one from Cali? Start with an R. Rage, Lady Rage. You know what I'm saying? Latifah's. You know what I'm saying? There's no what's the other sister? Fact of the matter is, when those women were popular, when R&B women was popular, Brandy's, Monica's, you know what I'm saying? When those women was popular, people wanted to be like that because it was in. It was a style. But now, we got Glorilla. We got a bunch of Glorrillas. You feel what I'm saying? And everybody wants to be Glorilla. And every song you hear is gonna be somebody trying to emulate what's hot. Because that path to destruction is massive. You got
women with the mentality of a man.
Why? Why they want the mentality of a man? You said why?
No, I said they got the mentality of a man.
They got the mentality of a man. That's Willie Lynch letters. Damn, I wish I'd have bought that book. Man, I'm gonna look it up this time because the purple probably jammed me up. You got questions online? Type them in. I ain't even check on the line. Make sure you got some questions. You got questions?
I'm not even able to look at them.
Oh shit! Damn, Salaki. All right, Willie Lynch letters. Watch this. You ever read these Willie Lynch letters?
I read them before.
You had
like the Audible book.
The book only like 5 pages long. How do you read the Audible book?
I heard it on YouTube.
You heard it on YouTube. All right, no sweat. I accept it. I take it. All right, introduction. Willie Lynch letters. I'm gonna skip down for time's sake. All right, let's read this. Willie Lynch letters. This is the section called "Let's Make a Slave." Right? Let us make a slave a slave. What do I need? First of all, we need a black nigger man and a pregnant nigger woman and her baby nigger boy. Second, I will use the same basic principles that we use for breaking a horse, combined with some more substance, some more sustaining factors, right? And we'll talk about breaking the horse. All right, you might need that for context. All right, we're gonna read this. It said, when we do it with horse, we break them from one another, from one form to another life form. That is, we reduce them from their natural state in nature, whereas nature provides them with the natural capacity to take of their needs and the needs of their offspring. We break that natural strain of independence from them and thereby create a dependency state, so that when we may be able to get from so that we may be able to get from them useful production for our business and pleasure. You follow so far?
Go ahead, sir.
All right. So he's saying normally they will depend on each other, but we got to break that natural state and make them depend on us, so we can use it for financial gain, right? So for the fear that our future generations may not understand the principle of breaking both horse and man, we lay down the art. For if we are to sustain our basic economy, we must break and tie both of the beasts together, the nigger and the horse. So we're going to drop down because they talk about comparing the horse and the nigger, right? But I'm going to read about
I like it. I'm not sure though that word is like flagged on YouTube.
Well, nigger it means black in Latin.
I know, but like you know how YouTube is, they gonna flag certain things.
Oh, we might be flagged today. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever the YouTube department, give me a call. Slovakia. All right, so this is educational, for educational purposes only. All right, so here we go. All right, completely break the female horse. Oh, no. All right. Salakia, give me a second. All right, you must keep your eye and thoughts on the female and the offspring of the horse and the N-word. All right, I'm gonna say N-word. All right. A brief discourse in offspring development will shed light on the key to sound economic principles. Pay little attention to the generation of origin, breaking, but concentrate on the future generations, which is where we are today. Therefore, if you break the female mother, she will break the offspring in its early years of development. Following? And when the offspring is old enough to work, she will deliver it up unto you for her normal female protective tendencies. She will have lost the original breaking process. Which will be lost in the original breaking process. For example, take the case of a wild stud horse, a female horse, and an already infant horse, and compare the breaking process with the two N-word males in their natural state. A pregnant N-word woman with her infant offspring. Take the stud horse, break him for limited containment. Hold on, let's skip down. All right, skip down. They wanted to eat out of your hands. So you break the uncivilized N-word. Use the same process but varying degrees and step up the pressure so as to do a complete reversal of the mind. Take the meanest and most relentless N-word, which is what you got in the school. Strip him of his clothes in front of the remaining male N-words, the female and the infant. Tar and feather him. Tie each leg to different horses in opposite directions. Set him fire and beat both the horses to pull them apart in front of the remaining N-words. The next step is to take a bullwhip and beat the remaining N-word male to the point of death in front of the female and the infant. Do not kill him, but put the fear of God in him, for he can be useful for future breeding. Right? Take the female and run a series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desires willingly. Take her in every way, test her in every way, because she is the most important factor for good economics. If she shows any signs of resistance in submitting to you completely to do your will, do not hesitate to bullwhip on her to extract the last bit of bitch out of her. Take care to not kill her, for in doing so, you spoil good economics. All right, and they go down to saying that, long story short, they raised the women to be independent and raised the men to be dependent. So they reversed the minds of us, right? So now what you just said was, now you got independent women, right? All the women want to be, they want to act like men. And the men are dependent. They want to act like women. You feel what I'm saying? They want to depend on a woman. You need a woman for everything, but the woman don't need a man for nothing. You feel what I'm saying? The heavy thing about it is Willie Lynch letter said in 17 something, that if you put this together correctly, it'll last for the next 400 years. Now watch this. Hold on.
You ever heard about the new Willie Lynch?
I never heard of the new Willie Lynch.
They got like a modern one over there, like today time.
It don't gotta be modern. It's perfect the way it is.
Yeah, they modernized it.
They made it perfect the way
I
it
think
is.
it was like the new Jim Crow or something like that. What I'm thinking.
Yeah, the new Jim Crow. I heard of the new Jim Crow. All right. So here's how they do it. I've outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and make them bigger. Use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on the most modest plantations in the West Indies and will work throughout the South. Take this simple list of differences and think about it. On the top of the list is age. Huh?
I was gonna say, so the Spaniards, they brought this over to America.
Yeah. Well, it was the West Indies, so it was English. It was English. So it said on the top of the list is age, but there is only because it starts with an A. The second is color or shade. Then there's intelligence, size, sex, size of plantation, status on the plantation, attitude of the owners, whether the slaves live in the valley or the hill or the east or the west or the north or the south, have fine hair, coarse hair, tall or short. Now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you the outline of action. But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy is stronger than adulation, respect, or admiration. So now, today, we beef about blocks. You from the west side, you from the north side, you from the south side. Let's ride on them south side boys. You know what I'm saying? Them boys from the south side. Or let's go to the north side, bust their head. You feel what I'm saying? They throwing up gang signs, east side, west side, down side, up side. I mean, uptown, downtown, Germantown. You feel what I'm saying? North Philly, South Philly. It's wherever you are, you represent that neighborhood, and everybody that's not from that neighborhood, they gotta die. You know what I'm saying? That's what Willie Lynch said. He said, if you implement it correctly, it'll last for the next 400 years. That was 1700s. You do the math. Today, we still live like that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? We still live in those differences. Old head, young boy, the big one, the fat one, the skinny one, the old, the stupid one. You feel what I'm saying? The smart one. Everything we do, we created differences between each other. Isupk or Hispanic and black. You feel what I'm saying? And our differences would keep us in captivity. Our differences is why we have to live in this hell, because we fight so much. And that's why the title is A Hard Knock Life. You feel what I'm saying? Like we gotta go through these problems in order to fix it. That's what the hard knock life is. You go through your problems in order to become the better version of yourself. Nigga, I had to go through the hard knock life. That's why I got it out the mud. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's how we say it. Because that's really what it's like. We really try to get it out the mud. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a lot here. And then our hardships and our adversities is what make us who we are. So now we got to live through these adversities and live through these hardships. But the ones we got right here in these Willie Lynch letters, we can't get over them. Just because you're young and I'm old, or just because you light and I'm dark, or just because you're short and I'm tall, or because you're from the East Coast and I'm from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Because you from that side of the block and I'm from this side of the block. We gotta beef over something. That's Willie Lynch. You know what I mean? It's so heavy because we think it's just, oh, Willie Lynch letter, that's a long time ago. But that's how we think, that's our mind, right?
Then when the police roll up on you, the first thing they thinking, if y'all not fighting, what are y'all doing?
Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's a lot here. It's sad. It's sickening. It's disgusting. But then you got people like us in this room that don't follow that. We take the narrow path. You feel what I'm saying? We don't want to gangbang no more. I don't want to be a blood or a crip, or I don't want to be from uptown. I don't want to be a Germantown or whatever side of town person I'm from no more. I just want to serve the Lord. You say that, they're like, nigga, you stupid. What you mean serve the Lord? You don't want to smoke this blunt? But
Christianity push this image to where you serving the Lord, you pretty much look like a feminine man.
Soft.
Exactly.
You soft. Serving the Lord, you say that you soft, you Mr. Softy. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga, like, what? You serving the Lord? You a chump. That's why when they see us, they're like, damn, y'all niggas look like, damn. You feel what I'm saying? Because serving the Lord to them, they put a picture in their head of what serving the Lord was. Serving the Lord is, you know what I'm saying, you button up. You know what I'm saying? Your wife is in front of you. She's your independent woman. And you soft as hell in the back, or you beat on her. You feel what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be, you can't control your emotions. And that's what they see. That's what they see a person that serves the Lord as. A priest and prophet. Like, that don't even make sense to a lot of niggas. I don't even know what that means. A priest and a prophet. Nigga, you black. Fuck you mean priest and prophet? It don't make sense. You know what I mean? When we start telling people that, you just separate yourself. You put yourself on the small path. You segregated yourself from the masses. But
that's exactly how they got the intelligent Negro to go against the ignorant one.
Absolutely. Like, I remember when I was a young boy, I was Salakia, but why am I scared to admit it? I was a little bit smarter. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the intelligent kids, right? But I didn't want to be the intelligent kid. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got into fights. I remember one time the teacher was doing math on the board. I was in 9th grade. Teacher doing math on the board, and I was in like a neighborhood high school because I ain't getting to the good one. He did the problem wrong, right? So when he did the problem wrong, I was like, yo, you ain't do that. Now I'm not the smartest one. You feel what I'm saying? But I just noticed that it was wrong, and so I'm like, yo, you did that. That's wrong. And he's like, what you mean? I was like, so if you do that and you do that, and it was a division problem. Like if you do that, you do that. Then because I had went to a smarter middle school, but I just didn't get to the good high school. So I'm like, yo, if you gotta do this, you do that, you'll get the right answer. And he was like, oh, damn, I appreciate it. As soon as he did that, they started balling up papers and start throwing it at the teacher like, start calling him all kind of names. I probably can't say it on the air. Like, you dickhead. They started throwing papers at him. Yo, it was crazy. And I was like, damn, like, and I humiliated him. He never came back. You feel what I'm saying? Like, to be smart is humiliating. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, that's the ball that's such and such, such and such. And they want to fight you because you're smarter. You feel what I'm saying? Or they think you can't rumble because you're smart.
Yeah. And
like you stand out regardless of who you are. And whatever differences you have, you got to fight because of those differences. You see what I'm saying? So separating yourself from the world is hard. Going on that narrow path is hard because everybody wants you to do that. And what happens is if you fight because you're intelligent, you get sucked into that mash path. You feel what I'm saying? You want to rumble because you're intelligent. You like, you know what? All right, all y'all niggas, every single one of y'all, all y'all N-words, every single one of y'all N-words, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna see who's smart tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then you become one of them. Or if you light skinned, you like, oh, I gotta fight every day because I'm light skinned. Or whatever the case may be. And you get sucked into the path that everybody goes down.
And then it's so heavy to where if you're not looking for a fight, the fight gonna be looking for you.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. And if you're lucky, you don't go too far down that path. Because the further you go down that path, the more destroyed you become. And it's harder to get back. You know what I'm saying? That path is wide and everybody's moving one way. So imagine trying to walk backwards. You can't do it. But
I was gonna say you gotta fight your way to get to that path, and you gotta fight your way out.
yeah,
But the fight coming out is even harder because you got spiritual and physical people, like beings coming after you, targeting you.
and that's what it's like being in the truth. You one man going against the whole earth. You know what I'm saying? Until you find that other brother walking the same way. And we blink like that. And you find another brother on this side walking the same way. We blink like that. We like this. And we moving. And we're going to take over this group of people coming this way. We're going to band together until we take over that group. And we're going to make it to that narrow path. That's the goal. You know what I'm saying? But you're never going to get there if you just follow what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody else doing the same thing. We a little bit different in here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, weed is everywhere. Everybody I know outside the truth smoke weed. We different. We don't smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? Weed is one of them things that it comes to you at a young age. 13, 11. We probably smoking weed in 5th, 6th grade. You know what I'm saying?
It's to the point where parents, they smoking weed while they have a lot of mothers smoking weed while the child is within their womb.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And a lot of parents smoke with their children. When you get like 10, 11 years old, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna hit this blunt because I already know you're gonna be outside smoking a blunt. That's how my man Remon was.
Yeah.
He locked up now.
And then a lot of parents, like, I'm not even gonna speak on that because I'm not a parent.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna say, like, they must look at that like it's like some type of moment.
It is a moment. It's definitely a moment to them. But what happens, what you talking about? Like smoking with the child?
Yeah.
Or smoking with it while you're still pregnant?
Not smoking with the child.
Smoking with it is a moment. You know what I'm saying? Because the child gonna forever remember that. But what they don't know, they just open up a floodgate.
Yeah, because now they're gonna be susceptible to other things.
Absolutely. Because my mom accepted. My mom know. She cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Even if she's not cool with it, she already know how I get down. And because that's the fact, I'm gonna just go ahead and keep going. I'm gonna one up on that. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna keep going down that path. Because so many doors are gonna open. And you just gonna go through them. You know what I'm saying? If that's the way life is, you just go through the door. It's right there. They're gonna put a line of coke in your face.
And then that makes it so hard for a lot of children that's like at a young age because you're so gullible to a lot of things. You don't have somebody to pretty much walk you down the right path. You going down whatever path you see that's outside of your house.
Absolutely. You walk outside, you see what's outside. That's the hard knock life. The drugs, the guns, the gangsters. But you got
Then a lot of kids, all they want to do is have fun, so they get sucked into that lifestyle so quick because they look at that like it's a form of joy, happiness, or they like the thrill or the adrenaline rush they get from it.
right. So when you was young, you from Houston, right?
I'm from Florida,
You from Florida? What part of Florida?
Pensacola.
Pensacola. So that's like on the panhandle, right? They got hoods over there, right?
You said what?
They got hoods over there, right?
Sorry.
When you was young, you ever walk outside and saw a doctor?
Nah, sir.
You ever walk outside and saw a lawyer?
Nah, sir.
You had any like positive motivation outside?
Nah.
What was your positive motivation?
To sell, get money,
That's it.
then to get women.
That's it. That's as far as it goes. That's as far as it goes. Besides that, what you gonna get a job? Just over broke? You gonna go to college? And do what? Spend thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars for what? All I'm gonna do is smoke weed. I'm gonna do the same thing I'm doing here and there. For what? You see what I'm saying? Why I'm gonna pay $100,000 to do what I'm doing right here? What we doing? I'm gonna just sit around this block and I'm gonna do what I do. You got it.
And there was one reason why my mother was like so scared to let me outside the house, because she understood what was around us within the neighborhood. She understood if I was to continue to go outside that I will do something that her and I will regret.
Because we know how conducive, or we know the allure of the streets. We know how it drags you in, even when you don't want to be in the streets.
Yeah.
It drags you in because everybody's moving at one way.
Yeah.
And you ain't got a choice. If you ain't got nobody to band with you, so like I got fiberglass all on my arm and shit. I took a bed, but that joint's still killing me. So you might see me, I ain't got a bed, but you know what I'm saying? But like everybody's going one way. And you being a young man, there's no way you can stop them. You just susceptible. Start from the top on that scripture, 7 and 13.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13.
Right.
Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate.
So we go to that gate, we're gonna enter that gate. The gate is absolutely wide, go ahead.
And broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in therewith.
So that wide gate or that broad gate, that's the way to Satan. If everybody doing it, just question it. Go ahead.
Verse 14, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leads unto life.
So the straight is the gate and narrow is the way to lead to life. Narrow meaning there's parameters, it's rules. It's not broad like the other one. The broad way you got space, you got room. The narrow way, you ain't got no room for error or no room to move or no room to question anything. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? It's tight, it's constricted. You just gotta go. Walk on faith.
And by you saying that pretty much remind me of the word straight.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people don't like. They don't like when they restricted to certain things. They like to do whatever they want to do. And they get that from independent mind frame of a unlearned woman.
And also it's the mantra of somebody named Aleister Crowley, who's a Satanist. His mantra or his whatever you call it is do as thou wilt. Yeah. That's how you say it. Just do what you want to do. That's his motto.
YOLO. That's the reason, and I believe that's slightly about me. But most likely, that's the reason why I teach you that you only have one life. And after that, you either go to hell or heaven.
Either way, you get your reward, because both is a reward. You know what I'm saying? If I go to hell, then that means I did my job being a demon. You know what I'm saying? If I go to hell, then I did my job being a sucker. You know what I'm saying? Like either way you look at it, it's your reward. You gonna brown nose your way to the top, or you gonna just rape, murder, abuse, unalive, and pillage your way to a certain type of lifestyle. Yeah. Either way, you gonna have notoriety. You know what I'm saying? Based on you being an all-scared man or whatever that is, or you just being a demon. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they know when you come around, like, all right, here come Debo. You feel what I'm saying? Tuck your chain, because they know who you are. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're absolutely right. Walking a straight path is hard to do. Go ahead.
If you there be that find it.
It's you that find it. That's us. That's you. That's you. Look at how many people in this class right now. This class ain't like if Cardi B went live right now, that's the broad path. You know what I'm saying? That's the gate. Everybody's gonna be in there. You're gonna try to type in a message and nobody gonna see it. You type a message in on here, we got like 5 messages, but we got like 3 viewers, a couple people in class. To me, that means we doing the right thing. That's righteous to me. You feel what I'm saying? Because not many people want to hear this truth. So if too many people want to hear it, then what makes it attractive? Is it because it models after the world? What's the part that makes the truth attractive if so many people want to join it? I'd rather nobody want to join it because that keeps it holy and separate.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Read that verse one more time.
Starting from the top.
No, the one you just read it.
Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life,
Mm-hmm.
and few there be that find it.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Beware of false prophets,
Mm-hmm.
which come to you in sheep's clothing.
Now we sheeps, so they're gonna come to you like looking like you. They're gonna appease to you. They're gonna be like, yeah, you know, I'm just like you. Da da da. You feel what I'm saying? But they don't teach what's in this Bible. If they ain't teaching what's in the truth, then they can't. Well, if they ain't teaching what's in the Bible, then they can't prophesy. The prophets are in the Bible. That's the only place you'll find a prophet. Muhammad wasn't a prophet. I'll get into Muhammad next week. Who is? Fully loaded magazine for him. You feel what I'm saying? But he don't prophesy nothing nowhere. He has no prophecies about nothing at all. Elijah Muhammad, Farah Muhammad, they didn't prophesy nothing. Malcolm X, none of them. Martin Luther King, well, Martin Luther King did. But
a lot of Christians want to hear prosperity with no words. They like to hear pastors like pretty much tell them, oh yeah, you're gonna be successful. You keep giving me 10% and doing what you're supposed to do in life and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because because we sheep. You feel what I'm saying? And they come to you as a sheep. But they lying to you. Keep going. Read the rest of the scripture.
But inwardly, they are ravening wolves.
Ravening wolves, that mean they're there to devour you. They may look like a sheep, but they ready to devour you. They're ready to kill you. You feel what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 16, you shall know them by their fruit.
And you're going to know them by how they are. So now you say, the preacher, like you just said, the preacher going to be like, yeah, you know, just keep bringing your money. And you don't see no good coming from this preacher's money or giving him no money. When the time comes for him to present who he is, like, oh my God, such and such just lost their house. Their house is burnt down. They don't got no way to get to the church tomorrow. And he like, well, sister, that's why they make the bus. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, when the opportunity comes for him to present who he is, where's the money going, what type of person he is, he's not going to be able to do he's not going to be able to be a sheep. He's not going to be able to have good fruit. Matter of fact, we're going to read the rest of the scripture. Then we're going to explain. Go ahead.
Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles?
Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? Do men gather grapes of thorns or wheat is wheat, right?
Grapes
or figs of thistles?
Oh, like grapes that still have have thorns on them?
Mm-mm. Grapes don't got no thorns on them.
I'm talking about like.
You ever got a, bro, I know you eat grapes. You ever pull grapes out the bag with thorns on them? No, grapes don't got no thorns on them. The leaves is nice and delicate. You ain't gonna find no grapes with no thorns on them. But if you had a grape, what's coming, bushes or barrels or whatever grapes come in, and you had grapes that was inside of some thorns, would you pick them? No. You know what thistles are?
Something like thorns.
You ever walk into like a bush or something, and them little things that stick on your pants?
Oh,
and you be trying to pull them off, you like, damn, these little sticky things, these little sticky balls on my pants. Them joints. Or they like green, but they got spikes on them. Yeah. Like, if you had figs, or you had to pick something out of that, you're gonna be like, oh no, I'm cool. Why would you, grape is a good fruit. But if it's surrounded by thorns, why risk it?
It depends on how hungry you are for it.
Yeah, it does. And you know what? You're gonna bleed. You're gonna bleed for those grapes. You're gonna bleed for those figs. You're gonna feel it. By the time you get to them grapes, it's gonna be blood on them. It's not worth it. I'll tell you why. Because you can find grapes somewhere else. Find somewhere else. Why go to the thorns for grapes? Why go to the thistles for figs? Go ahead.
people don't be wanting to cut themselves up to find out the truth.
I see where you're going. I see where you're going. Let's read that scripture one more time.
Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles?
Mm-hmm.
Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit,
Mm-hmm.
but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
So that's the point. Think of a thorn as an evil fruit. It's an evil tree. It's there to destroy you. You're gonna see them thorns, you're like, oh, you back up because you know the damage a thorn could give you. When you see the thistles, you don't walk that way because you know the damage that could come from it. A grape tree won't grow thorns, and thorns won't grow grapes. You know what I'm saying? It can't do both. The thistles can't grow figs because you can't have both in the same tree. One tree is good, got good fruit, and the other one got evil fruit. It's gonna make you bleed. Keep going.
A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
You can't believe everybody and their actions. You can't believe who people are. So this pastor you're talking about, that's talking about you know what I mean, the money that he wants. He can't be a grape tree if he's a thorn. It won't work. Because when it's time for him to present himself as a grape, you'll see he's a thorn. He's an evil tree. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't produce good fruit. Nothing good could come out of him because he's an evil tree. You follow me so far?
God, sir.
Keeping it basic so you can understand the basic. All right? Go ahead.
Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them.
Mm-hmm. All right, so drop that. You get the point though, right?
God, sir.
You know what I mean? You can't be a good fruit off an evil tree. You know what I mean? So you know you that good fruit, and you find a good place to be, and you start to grow with a good tree, because that Christian church is the thorns. You don't want to grow there because you're never going to find safe ground. You're never going to get plucked out of your hell. Them thorns always want to just smother you. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be cool. So find some grapes. That's a message to them evil trees. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said they all going to get cut down. Just don't be around them. Drop that. Give me Genesis 43 and 46 and 34. Genesis 46.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 46, verse 34.
Mm-hmm.
That ye shall say, thy servant's trade hath been about cattle from our youth,
Mm-hmm.
even until now, both we and also our fathers, that ye may dwell in the land of Goshen.
Mm-hmm.
For every shepherd is an abomination unto the Egyptians.
Read it again.
That ye shall say, thy servant's
Thy servants, right? Ye shall say thy servants, which is Israelites. Go ahead.
trade have been about cattle from our youth.
We've been dealing with cattle since we were small. You feel what I'm saying? All we know is cattle. That's how we get down. You feel what I'm saying? Like us. All we know is like, we got these laws from the Most High. How can I put it? Make it simple. We cook with seasoning, right? Our food is seasoned. We got Sassoon, accent. Give me another one that we put on there. Adobe. What's some more that we put on our food? Some more stuff. Lowry's. You cook? You know how to cook? All right, seasoned salt. You know what I'm saying? We use the garlic powder. You feel what I'm saying? We use garlic. We use seasoning our food, right? Read the scripture.
That ye shall say, thy servant's trade hath been about cattle from our youth,
Mm-hmm.
even until now.
Mm-hmm.
But we and also our fathers, that ye may dwell in the land of Goshen.
Now, we always been about this. We always been about using season. We always been about trading cattle. That's been our thing. Go ahead.
For every shepherd is an abomination unto the Egyptians.
Now, seasoning to the Egyptians is abomination. That's why we live over here. Because, go ahead.
Another thing can also be like herbs.
Herbs. I'm saying we different. The scripture just told us that we not the same as the Egyptians. We different because of how we get down. We trade cattle, but the cattle service or the cattle trading is an abomination to the Egyptians. That's why they kept us over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how we should be separated. The Bible talks about us being separated all the time. But instead, we want to be on the path, the broad, and you know what I'm saying? We want to be on the broad and the wide gate path. That's where we want to go, because that's where the world is. We want to be where Egypt is. Good.
Pretty much filth and darkness.
Not necessarily. It's glitz and glamour. It's glitz and glamour. Because, like, when you see, like, it's like Las Vegas, Sin City. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look up and you just see everything that the world has to offer right there in front of you. All you gotta do is go get it. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is go get it. Everybody going there. Everybody going to Vegas. Everybody walking towards whatever is shiny and glimmering and beautiful in their sight. And then some people, they don't want that. They want something different. They see something different and they don't want to go that way. That's what we're talking about right now. Separating. You know what I'm saying? Using that hardship to train you up to be something better. Think about the people that did make it out the hood. The people that did talk about their hard knock life. There's only a few of them. And think about the people that died and got killed in the hood and went to jail. It's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? You had the opportunity to die too, but you chose not to. You know what I'm saying? You had the opportunity to go down that straight gate, that wide gate, but you chose not to. You feel what I'm saying? That's why you're here. That's why we're here. Because we see a narrow path with a better light at the end. All right, drop that. Give me Give me Psalms 91 and 1. Psalm 91. Let me get there with you.
Salakia, my man. So it's pretty much how they turn like a poison into a delicacy.
Say again?
They turn a poison into a delicacy and make it look good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Give me some examples.
Like pork, for example. Like, we're known to make anything taste good. So when we had like pig and the stomach of the pig during slavery, we would like dress it up and season it to make it delicious.
Yeah, they gave us the guts. All we had was the guts. You know what I mean? And we made the guts taste good. Wow. That sounds crazy. But we made the guts taste good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And now they tell us that smoking weed helps your body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When the tests start coming out, because now they legalized it, they gonna start testing it and see what it do to you. When them tests come out, y'all better watch out, because you're gonna see what marijuana really does to your body. Like when you smoke it, you kill it, you burn it. You inhale burning anything, it's not good for you. You know what I'm saying? If it did have medicinal purposes, you probably want to use it while it's alive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna find out how healthy it is to smoke that. You know what I'm saying? Everything they got for us, that's a like you said, it's poison, but they make it look good. You know what I mean? All right. Anything else?
91:1.
Yeah, Psalm 91.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Meaning what? What that mean?
Secret place is somewhere that's hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
And those that dwell in it gonna be covered by the Most High.
That's that narrow place. You know what I'm saying? It's secret because there's not too many people there. It's a straight and narrow path.
Yeah.
You barely see this path on your way through life. You might have barely seen that path. You might have looked over to the side like, whoa. You might have saw something like I heard somebody say they saw a cat in the car walk down the street. And it was like, damn, who walked like that? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I knew I had to know whoever that brother was. That's all he saw. In his long stretch of life, he saw a cat in the car walk out to school in Philly. And he went into the school. That's the brother that 2 songs we played at the beginning of the class. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see something and it changes your life. You might have saw something small, a glimpse, caught a glimpse of something. And you was like, whoa, and you came to class. You know what I'm saying? That small glimpse saves your life. That's the narrow path. Because we see, they push pork and crab and Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? They push that every day, all the time. You're going to see that. But it's not easy to see the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy when you see brothers in all black, or you see brothers with shields on their arm and their neck and, you know what I'm saying, fringes on, walking down your block. But
finding the truth is pretty much like digging until you find gold.
Yeah. Or it's like stumbling upon something precious. You know what I'm saying? But it's on you to take it. Because how you know what gold is? How you know the value of gold? You don't. You only know the value of gold based on how other people see it.
Yeah, concept.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's the only way you know the value of gold. So when you see that gold, you say, oh, this is just a regular rock. That's on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Other people like, damn, this is gonna save my life. That's how we got here. What you got?
Psalms 91.
Mm-hmm. Psalms 91.
You want to read verse 2?
Good.
I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge
Mm-hmm.
and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust.
My God. I will say of Yahweh, the Most High, He is my refuge, my safe place, my safe haven. That's where I come to learn about my people. That's where I come to free myself. This is where I come for my salvation. He's my power. You know what I'm saying? The strength, the might that I got. That's why I trust Him. Because without it, I'd be some broke down version of myself, a hollow, empty version of whoever I was back in the world. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be the man you see today. I'd be somebody totally different because I ain't had no power. I ain't had a Lord. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had nobody to save me. I ain't had nobody come in to help me or get me out of my captivity or my mental captivity. People tried. My mom, my dad, they tried. But it ain't the same. They couldn't give me the Most High. They just gave me the best way to go down this path. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord was like, no, you know what? Just get off the path. Go down this narrow path on the side. I caught a small glimpse too. I saw a camp. Saw the camp. I'm like, damn, who that? And, you know, something was about to happen at camp. They was like, just come to class. Come to class. That's it. That's all it took. The rest was history. You know what I mean? But yeah, I would say of the Lord, the Most High, He is my refuge, my fortress. You know what I'm saying? He saved me and He protects me. My power, my God, and I trust Him for that. Go ahead.
Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler
Mm-hmm.
and from the noisome pestilence.
The snare, the traps. You know what I'm saying? The person that's setting them traps, He's going to deliver us from the traps. He gonna keep you from the traps. These are the rewards of somebody that's righteous. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that stays on his path. He deliver you from that. You ain't gotta worry about the traps. Cause you see him a mile away. You see what smoking is. You see what it do to you. But
I was gonna say, so it's pretty much like once you get to a certain point on the broad path, Esau started setting traps for you to fall, and he gonna try to come and act like he's trying to help you, just to take advantage.
You know how many people die on that wide gate, on that Broadway? It's all death.
Cause I know once you get to like a certain point of fame, the higher ups that control this world pretty much start looking at you.
Yeah.
And they pretty much want to make you part of their society and brainwash the people that's following after you.
Yeah, they see you as a pawn, you opportunity, and you a spokesperson, representative to push their agenda. You know what I'm saying? They can't do nothing without a sheep that's coming to you in wolf clothing. You know what I'm saying? The wolf is in them. That's Satan. That's Esau. That's the devil. He's in them. But he's in sheep clothing because he looks like you. So you see him as, oh yeah, that's my man. But his mind is Esau's.
It's pretty much like they being mind controlled.
Yeah.
To push this agenda.
So he'd be like, yo, just smoke this blunt. Smoke this blunt. Ain't nothing in it. I remember I was 15 years old. I remember it. I was 14 or 15. I was getting off of work. I had a job when I was young, working at Burger King at the mall. My man Dave, he would smoke a blunt every day after work, right? And I was trying to read my rap off the paper, the rap I wrote in the job. And we smoking, and the words like went this way. And I'm like, whoa, I couldn't read the words, right? And I just started feeling crazy. So I sit down, I'm like, what the I fell asleep at that bus stop at the mall. I think I missed like 3 or 4 buses. And I woke up and nobody was there. And I went home, I got home, and I just fell asleep. And when I seen him the next day, he's like, you was all right, man? I'm like, yo, why you leaving? He's like, yeah, you ain't know what that was. You was smoking. I'm like, what you mean? I was smoking wet. You know what it is? Let's just say it's something you don't want to do. It's like PCP almost. It's a stronger version of weed. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. I was a kid. I was just a regular kid. But that was a wolf in sheep's clothing. And he was set to destroy me. Who knows what could have happened that day? You feel what I'm saying? He came to destroy me. And ever since then, I've been smoking still. You know what I'm saying? They telling me to go to college. Or they telling me to go to the Army or the Navy or the Air Force. They telling me what to do, but they get a black man to do it. They get a black man to tell me to help their society. But he got Satan's mind or Esau's mind. And he's talking to me like a brother.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? So we see the traps. We see what's going on. But
and it be those same people that lead you right into the trap.
Absolutely.
So once you get caught in the trap, that's when they can present the opportunity to you to get out of that trap. And that opportunity is going to most likely be you giving away your rights or your freedom.
They will never let you out the trap. Once you in the trap, you in the trap.
They pretty much put you on a leash at that point.
Yeah, they tame. Once you there, you there. But the Lord give you the power to see the trap a mile away. You see him, and even if you can't do it, you could pick up the phone and you could get a counsel. You could call somebody and get some counsel, a wise man of the Lord. And he can be like, Salakia, I would not trust that brother because he sees the traps. You feel what I'm saying? That's his job. The Lord gave us the eyes to see. So them traps and the ways that we go, we wind up getting sick, catching hell somewhere. That's the pestilences in the next line. Read the next line on verse 3.
Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Pestilence is the sicknesses, the diseases, the hell you catch. The Lord will make sure you don't go down that path. He will make sure you cool. At least you know how to make sure you protect your body. You feel what I'm saying? You're going to get somebody that's around you who's going to help you protect yourself. Whether you be a female, you might not be able to do it, but you got a man that can do it. You know what I'm saying? The sisters, they got a man that can help them. Or if you a young brother, you got men that's been doing this for a while, and they'll teach you how to protect yourself. Right?
He shall cover, verse 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers,
Mm-hmm.
and under his wings shalt thou trust.
Mm-hmm.
His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
The truth of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's your shield. That's how you protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now you protect yourself like this, but you don't even know that he got you under the wing. He got you on the cuff. You know what I'm saying? So you protected already. But the little bit of fight you gotta do is the truth. And you got a shield for that. You know what I'm saying? So we use this truth as a protection to keep ourselves safe. So otherwise, they're going to devour you. But
It's pretty much like a defense for the things you can't see or notice.
absolutely. And sometimes you don't even know that you're saving yourself. Just by being in the truth, you're gonna save yourself. Just from being here. Like you don't even know, like you could be here today and they could be running a raid on your folk spot. Just because you came to the truth today, you wasn't caught up in the raid. You might not even know. That's a real story, by the way. You might not even know that you're being saved. But the Most High got you. You came to class today. You made the decision to come to class, and it saved your life. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
It's small. Like we can't see what the Most High see. You don't know what the Most High know. You don't know when the feds come in. But when they come, you just better not be there. But if you with the Lord, you in the truth, you won't be there. You be somewhere doing something righteous. You know what I'm saying? That's your shield. That's your protection.
Now, it's not only a shield for you, but it's also a shield for your children.
Mm-hmm.
So when they pretty much not around you, as long as you instill it within them, they'll still have that line of defense.
Can you imagine going to jail for 40 to 80 years?
Sir.
Nah. You ain't gonna get out till you're 60. By the time you get out, your kids is 40 something. Come on, man. What kind of life is that? You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
That's the trap. They make you think you're gonna do something. You're like, oh, I'm gonna sell these drugs. You go sell the drugs, and somebody dies off your drugs. Then you get a body. Then you gotta live with that body. You know what I'm saying? Your kids grow without a father. It's a trap. And they're gonna have you somewhere sweeping something, or mopping something, or making something. And you on the shelf in somebody's jail cell, just doing something. You feel what I'm saying? That's the trap. Right?
Verse 5, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night,
Mm-hmm.
nor for the arrow that flies by day,
Right?
nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness,
Mm-hmm.
nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand,
Mm-hmm.
but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold, and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refugee, even the Most High, thy habitation.
Right? So like run it back. Go back to
7, 1,000 shall fall by thy side.
go back to verse 5. But
Psalm 91:5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night,
mm-hmm.
nor for the arrow that flies by day.
That's us. You know what I'm saying? We know that them bullets, like today they arrows, it's bullets. You know what I'm saying? We know that the Lord will protect us. You know what I'm saying? And even if he don't, you die in this truth like a man, like a grown man. You know what I'm saying? When you walk around afraid of them bullets, they're gonna be shooting regardless. Arrows gonna fly by day regardless. That's just how we act out here. But the Most High will make sure you see, which we just read. You know what I'm saying? The Most High will make sure you ain't in that way. Wherever that way is, that ain't got your name on it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a purpose. The Lord got a reason for you to be here. If he didn't, then you would just die. It's over. But we're not afraid of them arrows that fly by day. What else it say?
Verse 6, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness,
Mm-hmm.
nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
That pestilence that walk at darkness, that's them. Ooh-wee, that's them You already know it's outside at night. Free somebody at night. You feel what I'm saying? You might put your ride or something and don't bring it back with you. That joint on the sidewalk somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? Like might burn that house down, you take a piss. You feel like the house on fire, taking a piss, curtains catch on fire. You feel what I'm saying? Like the things that you do in the darkness, those things make you sick. Sickness is not just coughing. Sickness is it changes the person that you are.
Yeah, concept.
You feel what I'm saying? It's a demon that you catch. You know what I'm saying? You might like you might start hallucinating, or you know what I'm saying? You might get some type of dementia, or you feel what I'm saying, or some type of mental sickness where it aches your body. You feel what I'm saying? Mentally or physically, some type of sickness that's out there in the dark. It changes the spirit of the person that you are. You become somebody totally different. He's sick. He gone. He different. Something happened to him. He was outside in the dark at night, and he ran into a demon, and it jumped on his back. And that was it for my man. You know what I'm saying? Shalom. What?
Verse 7, 1,000 shall fall at thy side.
That's what we're gonna see. That straight gate, or that broad, that wide gate, thousands of men, they gonna fall by your side. Thousands of them. As you walk life, a lot of people gonna die. A lot of people that you know gonna die. Keep going.
And 10,000 at thy right hand,
Mm-hmm.
but it shall not come nigh thee.
Now, those people gonna die. You gonna see them. At your right hand, they might be people that you cool with, but it ain't gonna affect you. When you do what the Most High wants you to do, when we do what the Lord asks us to do, it don't come to us. You know what I'm saying? I know a couple people that died in the truth. The two that stayed in the truth, they died of old age. But the people that left the truth, they died of drug addiction. One person jumped off the roof or jumped out the ninth floor or some stuff like that. And he left the truth, and I was like, damn, what happened to him? He jumped out the roof or something, or jumped off the 8th floor. I think it was in Canada. Killed himself. You feel what I'm saying? Killed himself, right?
Because once you lose that hedge of protection, it's pretty much like you pretty much the demon's number one target.
Yeah, you know that scripture where it said you must one leave and come back with 7 more?
Concept.
That's the 7 more. Like you don't got that shield no more. You ain't got that protection no more. The Lord ain't taking care of you no more. You on your own. And wait, you're gonna be one of them 1,000 that's gonna be dying on my side. You know what I'm saying? Or them 10,000 on my right hand. But
I feel like one of those deaths is worse than anything. Like when you leave the truth, because you knew what the Most High expect out of you, but still you turned against him and did something that you know he hates.
It was 2 sisters like in the past 2 years. They left the truth and they both died of drug overdose. Once they checked in the car with the car running. You feel what I'm saying? It's sad. It's a sad story. But what can we do? That's for us to understand like how severe it is. As soon as they leave the truth. I know 3 sisters that checked last year or 2 years ago. They all died from drug addiction. God damn. All of them in the past 2 years died from drug addiction. All of them. You know what I'm saying? That's our testament. Now we can see what happens when you leave the truth. Not necessarily leaving the truth, but when you leave from the protection of the Most High. When you leave out of the heaven that the Lord set up for us. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of hell, that narrow gate. When you go back on the straight path, it's not nice out there. You know what I'm saying? Satan is out there. You ain't got no protection. You guys want to say?
No,
all right, what?
But it only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Wait, where you at?
Verse 8.
Read it again.
Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9. Because thou hast made the Lord.
Now, it say, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. What does that mean?
You're going to see like all the evil that they benefited off of is going to turn against them pretty much.
You want it.
Like that, I know like in today's society, by them chasing after they wicked, like pretty much trying to come up off of wickedness,
Right.
eventually that same reward hurts them like in the end.
Right.
Like they start wanting like becoming suicidal. And it's to the point where it becomes harder for them to live.
That's still a reward though.
But a reward is not always a good thing.
Absolutely. That's what I need. That's what I need. Only with your eyes will you see the reward that they receive. You won't receive the reward. All them football numbers, them years they gotta serve, that's the reward. That's what you got for your work. Here you go. 40 years in prison, 30 to 60 years in prison. That's your reward. A bullet that you crash into. That's your reward. You see what I'm saying? But
In other words, that's what you earn.
that's what you earn. That's the bed you made. That's where you gonna lay at. You feel what I'm saying? But we don't reap the benefits of their rewards because we're not there anymore. We only see the reward that the wicked got. We don't gotta partake in their reward. We don't get their reward no more. I ain't going to jail unless the Lord take me to jail. I'm not going to jail no more. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not even in the path to go to jail no more unless the Lord take me there. But before, we all was there. We all was ready to go to jail for some pointless, meaningless idea. We all was ready to go set it on somebody or do whatever the case may be. For what? And get a nice reward. He was going to get a nice reward. We slide on the ops, you feel what I'm saying, and shoot somebody block down. For what? All they're gonna do is give you time. They're gonna book you, and then you just gonna be a bill. You be like, yo, Mike, you send me $30 for my books? Hey, yo, since you think you send me $100 for my books, I need a care package. That's your life, man. Yo, you think help me get some shoes? That's your life, man. That's your reward. All that work you put in, you gotta beg somebody for money for the shoes. You know what I'm saying? That's the reward. Go ahead. Verse 9.
Verse 9, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, my habitation.
Mm-hmm. Now, we're not gonna get that because we made the Lord, we literally stand with the Most High, not physical. You know what I'm saying? But our habitation of where we live, like me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So the house where I live at, that's where the Lord is. You know what I'm saying? I make the Lord my habitation. We're not gonna do those evil things no more. Not in my house. If I can control it, we're not doing it. Not the people that I'm around, my brothers that I'm around, my family. We're not doing it no more. The Lord is my habitation. You know what I'm saying? Where I dwell, the Lord is at. Go ahead.
For there shall no evil befall thee,
Mm-hmm.
neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11, for he shall give his angels charge over thee.
Meaning what?
You pretty much got spiritual protection.
Ooh.
Something like your own escorts.
Yeah.
You got like a little army around you, protecting you from the things of this world.
The things that we don't see, like, just imagine, like, think of it like this. Like, we don't see what's happening in the fourth dimension. You feel what I'm saying? We can't see the angels and demons that's flying amongst these camps or flying amongst these classes or in general. So just think of it like this. If somebody can't see, just think of it as an angel got his eyes covered. And he's got charged to keep his eyes covered. Right?
A good way to say it is like, it's like you blindfolded, but you can still hear like the voices telling you not to do it.
Yeah, or if you can't hear, think of like an angel got your eyes, your ears covered. And his charge to keep you from hearing. The Lord said he can't hear anymore. So now you got the angels covering your ears. To
see the truth.
No, that's his job. He gave the angel charge over you to cover your ears. Now you deaf. You feel what I'm saying? He gave the angel charge to cover your eyes forever. Now you blind. You feel what I'm saying? He gave the angels charge to take your legs from you. Now you can't walk. You feel what I'm saying? And you think, oh, it just happened. No, that was the Lord. The Lord gave an angel charge over you. His job is to keep you from doing something keep you from doing something. Simple as that. Simple as that. That's his job. Any questions? Keep going.
They shall bear thee up in their hands,
Mm-hmm.
lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Hold up. Go back to 11. You missed something.
Psalms 91 and 11.
Mhm.
For he shall give his angels charge over you,
Mm-hmm.
to keep thee in all thy ways.
Right.
Verse 12. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Verse 13. Thou shalt tread upon the lion.
So he's gonna keep charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. So he's gonna keep means to train. I remember when we used to I shouldn't say this on air. I had a couple friends of mine that was the word keep means to train. Right? That's the word they used. They said they would keep this thing. You see what I'm saying? And they would train it. The word keep meant training. That's what it meant. So the angel's going to keep you or protect you or train you. What?
It's pretty much like somebody taking you in their arms.
Right. Somebody showing you the right thing to do or protecting you. You know what I'm saying? It's like a block when you run to play in football. You know what I'm saying? That's an angel running right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? He like, I got you. Just keep running. And all you gotta do is keep running. He gonna make sure you got a block. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna protect you. But verse
12.
Nah, hold on. Where was you at? Yeah, verse 12. Go ahead.
They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Now this is the scripture that they was quoting in Matthew chapter 4. We read that last week, right?
I don't completely remember, sir.
All right, give me Matthew chapter 4. Real quick. We'll come back to this. This was keep your finger on Psalm 91 and 12. We'll come back to that.
Which verse, sir?
Matthew chapter 4, verse 1.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 1.
Right.
Then was Jesus led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights.
He was tempted of who?
Of the devil.
Right.
And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward.
Oh, that's
and
when
hungry.
I put this up at the Day of Atonement. Day of Atonement, that's when I put this in. You know what I'm saying? He was fasted. I mean, he was hungry. He was fasting. Right, go ahead.
And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread.
All right. You know what that means, right?
Come on, sir.
What's that mean?
The devil was giving him a command that was against the Most High.
What that mean, turn the stones into bread?
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft. You ever seen stones can turn into bread?
Lie, sir.
No?
Not to my knowledge, I ain't gonna lie.
You never seen stones get turned into bread?
It's more like actual rocks.
Yeah, actual rocks. You never seen rocks get turned into bread? You never seen nobody sell no rocks?
Oh yeah, concept.
They sell rocks, right? And what they get from the rocks?
Something to eat.
No. You ever see somebody sell bricks?
Concept.
And what they get from the bricks?
Some type of effect on their mind. Like start making them trip.
No. Niggas rap about all the time. Bricks. Ball 10 bricks. Bricks. That's all they're about. They sell rocks, nigga. They got rocks. They got rocks in their pocket, rocks in their socks, rocks in my socks. Cop think it was knots in my socks. Cop think I'm selling rocks. Bro, that's crack. That's cocaine. That's drugs. Then when you sell rocks or bricks or stones, what do you get?
Oh, bread. Damn. Oh, that's crazy.
That's the temptation. Right there. That was my temptation.
And this is something that goes over a lot of people's heads.
Absolutely. It goes over a lot of people all the time. We think, oh yeah, it's ookies. We think the Bible ookies spooky. No, when you selling rocks, you get bread. Simple as that. Go turn this. What's this? It's about an eighth right here. I'm gonna go sell this right here. These rocks right here. We'll sell this eighth right here. Right here about 150. You know what I'm saying? Get some bread, some money. You know what I'm saying? That's how they taught us. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was about. Turn the rocks into bread. Keep going.
And when the tempter came to him, he said, "If thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread."
What?
But he answered and said, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God."
Meaning what?
Like, so bread is like money in this case. Right?
Yes.
So money alone, you shouldn't live by money alone.
You can't live off money alone. That's what everybody's going to get on that wide path. Everybody's chasing the lights, the glitz, the glamour, the money. That's what it is. They dangling the dollar in our face. Everybody going to college to get money, work to get money. They're going to get all this money so they can get women. You know what I'm saying? The women want to go to get money. They don't even want to look at you if you don't got no money. You're going to a better car, a better house. Everybody's just blinded by this money. That's all they see. And we think that bread is going to save our life. But the scripture just say it ain't. You can't live off bread alone. Keep going.
But he answered and said, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God."
And you can't just live off the bread. You're going to live off. You got to live off the words of the Most High, the protection of the Most High, the prophecies of the Most High. You got to be in that way, with that shield, with the truth. That's how you survive. Because your money ain't going to keep you safe. You can have all the money in the world. Somebody come park you, knock your whole lid off. Then where your money at? You know what I'm saying? Or you can have all the money in the world. You can sing a bunch of songs about women, and then they come lock you up, and then you ain't got no money. Shout out to R. Kelly. Shout out to Tory Lanez. You know what I'm saying? You got no money no more. You done. You cooked. You can't live off bread alone. You need the truth. Keep going.
Then the devil taketh him out into the holy city.
Now, who's the devil?
Deceiver.
And who is that?
White man.
Sorry, pressing.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry, pressing. But these are people that's coming to him in sheep's clothing. You know what I'm saying? There's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
So it's pretty much like his own people.
It's temptation. That's the devil. That's the deceiver. But the people that he's talking to have the wolf spirit. You know what I'm saying? This is the temptation. This is the devil. This is Satan. This is Esau coming to him. Even if it's not Esau directly, it's the wolf clothing. Or whatever you call it. However I'm saying. I might be mixing it up. You know what I'm saying? So now go ahead.
Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on the pinnacle of the temple, and said unto him, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down. For it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone.
There you go. That's it, right? That's the scripture. So he's saying, son of man. So what's going on? So explain to me what's going on right now.
So the man that's in sheep, like the wolf that's in sheep clothing.
It's called the devil.
the devil is pretty much telling Christ, see if God gonna really save you.
Yeah. He took him to the top of the mountain and told him to jump. The highest point of the city and told him to jump. Now, what is that? How does that compare to today?
Like a lot of people, like they be trying to question the Most High. Like they be pretty much saying, like, if you real, do this or do that.
That's true. That's absolutely, you absolutely right. You dancing on it.
So it's like they don't got no faith, but they want him.
You absolutely right. Now, I got you. So today, you will see us trying to join a gang. You feel what I'm saying? Us going to go try to kill some of our enemies. You feel what I'm saying? You literally in the face of death. You see us trying to get drunk and drive home. You feel what I'm saying? Way faster than we should. You feel what I'm saying? You will see us trying to, I don't know, get as high as we can get. You feel what I'm saying? Like black people literally stare facing the death. Stare facing the death. Stare death in the face every day. They tempt the Most High every day. If they got high and they almost died yesterday, you best believe they're gonna get the same word and they're gonna try to get just as high tomorrow. Even if they almost died yesterday. Because you saved them, now they can get more high. You know what I'm saying? Fentanyl is running rampant. Their goal was to go die. That's what they want to do. So now they go to the pinnacle. And Satan just tells them to jump. Because you say the Most High will take care of his people, right? So go to the top and jump. The Lord said,
not only this, but it like what it reminds me of is like peer pressure.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. It's the sheep's clothing. You know what I'm saying? It's the wolf.
Yeah, like when you got people telling you to hit a lick or to kill somebody, it's pretty much like those same people.
And they killing people because you wrecked about their friend on the song. So they're like, let's say this is oil. I shoot oil. He dies. And I'm like, yo, your man oil was a chump. I hit him in his head and he couldn't get back up. You know what I'm saying? And then now frankincense is like, yo, he talked to Cup. Like, yo, you heard the song that what's his name did about oil? We gonna go back around and make sure he cool. And then Cup come shoot me. Boom. Now I'm dead. Now Cup rap about me. And then microphone, like, yo, you hear the song he did about Knock? And then microphone go kill Cup. That's life. That's life in these cities. Everybody dies. But
then the craziest part about it, before they go and do it, a lot of times they'll say a prayer, but before that they'll be like, bro, you good. We just gonna do this and we're gonna get away with it.
Yeah. That's Satan. That's Satan. That's the devil coming to you in the sheep's clothing. And you think it's cool until somebody hits you in your top or you going to jail forever. You feel what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Then Matthew 4 and 5. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and setteth him on the pinnacle of the temple and said unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God.
Our job is to not tempt the Lord. We take our life serious. Every day we live it on purpose. We're not going out here trying to kill nobody. We're not going out here trying to smoke ourselves to death. We're not tempting the Lord to kill us. But
like, in other words, don't do something crazy just because you know God got your back.
Exactly. Don't go out here and drive drunk 100 miles per hour because you're going to wreck your car around the pool. And how you know the Lord going to be with you? You tempted him. You feel what I'm saying?
Because, sir.
So, like now we know, like, we do things in precaution. We do things wise. You feel what I'm saying? Wise as a serpent. Humble as a dove. That's how we taught that's our shield. Because otherwise, we go die somewhere. We breathing to death. You know what I'm saying? Killing ourselves on purpose. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna go spit on the ops. Why? We ain't gonna touch the Lord. Wait.
So like if I may, so the situation is, if you able to avoid the situation and avoid it, don't make it to where the Most High gotta do extra work just to get you out of something that could have been avoided from the start.
I can see where you're going. Just get counsel. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is a man of war. Sometimes you gotta go to war. You gotta stand in the truth. You gotta defend the truth. If that's the case, then you defend it. You die defending the truth. You feel what I'm saying? You understand? If that's the case, you get counsel. But if it's something where you just like, why? Why is he doing that? Or why am I doing this? Just don't do it. It's probably why you shouldn't do it. All right? Good.
Verse 8, and again, the devil taketh him up into a exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
What's that mean? Give me an example.
Like how it is today.
With what?
Like if they see that you have potential or some type of skill, they'll pretty much say like, if you work for me, I'll make your dreams come true.
Absolutely. Basketball players, rap stars, movie stars, doctors, but
especially rappers.
Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? I should have named the class Glorilla, but we named it after another rapper. You know what I'm saying? Or you probably never even heard the Hard Knock Life Volume 1. I am. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Hard Knock Life Volume 1 is Jay-Z. I think it's Reasonable Doubt, Life and Times. So Hard Knock Life was actually Volume 2. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we named it after another rapper. So in this case, he took him to the highest mountain and showed him everything: the women, the money, the cars, the clothes, the gold, everything that was out there for him. All the opportunities he can have. Right? He said, all this will be yours if you bow down and worship me. Meaning you say what I tell you to say. You do what I tell you to do. You belong to me. You work for me. That's what Satan or the devil was telling you. If you work for me, I'll give you all of this, right?
Then a lot of times, like nowadays, they'll just give you a glimpse of their lifestyle, or the things that they do on a daily to kind of make you crave it.
Yeah,
so
you want the Armani, the Fendi, the Gucci, the Louis, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You want the nice cars, you want the nice houses, you want what they had, you want the gold, the diamond. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they got going on, we see it as beautiful. That's the glamour that we see in front of us. That's what we want.
And then they tell you, if you want all this, all you gotta do is sign this contract.
Exactly. You literally sign your life away. But why can they do that? Give me a scripture.
Well, you said why they able to do that? I don't know no scriptures, sir.
Because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? The earth belongs to them. That's why they do it. Because they got the opportunity. The world is theirs to do it. That's how you know who Satan is, who the devil is, who Esau is. Keep going. Verse 10.
Verse 10. Then said Jesus unto him, get thee hence, say, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. Verse 11. Then the devil leave him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him.
Minister means teach. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back. Let's finish off Psalm 91. You know what I'm saying? So that's the scripture that John got pulled up. That's the reward of being righteous. So Satan tried to use this reward. He used the most beautiful part of the scriptures. It was like, yo, you know that the Most High said, even if you dash your foot against the stone, he gonna save you. It's one of them scriptures. This is a beautiful scripture that we read, Psalm 91. He used one of the most beautiful scriptures against him. That's Satan. That's the devil. You know what I'm saying? So now he said, when you dash your foot against a stone, you're gonna be saved, right? But Christ was smart. Christ was like, no, I'm not gonna tempt the Lord. I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna do what I've been doing. I'm gonna take this narrow path. I see y'all doing all that. I'm cool. I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing. Leave me alone. And then the angels came back to him. His brothers came back to him. The people that was supposed to be around him came back to him. You know what I'm saying? And they spoke to him because he beat Satan. And here you're not allowed to lose to Satan. If Satan comes to your ear, you're not allowed to lose. Point blank. You don't have the ability to lose to Satan here. You must win every time. That's the UPK. You know what I'm saying? In order to be here, you have to win the battle with Satan. Because the day you lose it is the last day I see you. You understand? All right, let's finish up the scripture in Psalm 91.
Psalms 91 and 12. They shall bear thee up in their own hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder.
Mm-hmm.
The young lion and the dragon shall thou trample under feet.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14. Because he hath set his love upon me,
Mm-hmm.
therefore will I deliver him.
I will give him to you. I'll bring him to you. I'm going to bring the Most High to wherever I go. I'm going to deliver the Most High. What?
I will set him on high,
Mm-hmm.
because he hath known my name.
He gave me the strength to do it. So I'm going to give him, I'm always try to push this truth because he gave me the strength to do it. But
Verse 15. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him.
mm-hmm.
I will be with him in trouble.
Now, remember Adam wasn't around when the Lord called on him. The Lord called on Adam and he didn't answer. He was hidden amongst the multitude. But no, when Satan called, when the Lord called on us, we're going to answer because we're there. We're not in trouble. That's just like, let's say you young and you outside doing something or inside doing something you got no business doing. And your dad called you or your mom called you or whoever was in charge of you called you and you doing something you ain't got no business doing. How you going to answer when they call you? Let's say you young and you beating the cheeks up. Right? You in your room or their room, you beating the cheeks up, right? You doing what you do as a man. Your mom or your dad come home, or both, or whoever's in charge of you come home, and they call your name like, yo, how do you answer?
Most likely you're gonna lock the door and act like you sleep.
Exactly, you're not going to answer. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to answer. You're like, yo, don't say nothing, Look, go in that closet, go into the bed, don't say nothing. I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna come get you when they leave, or I'm gonna come get you when it's time to go. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna answer. Read that last verse one more time. Verse 15.
He shall call upon me, and I will answer him.
Now, if you doing the right thing, when the Lord call on you, you gonna answer because you been doing the right thing. And your guardian, whoever watch over you, come in the house and the house is clean, or you did whatever you're supposed to do. You gotta do homework. Whatever we gotta do is at your age. You know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. Or you got kids and you told them to do something and they never did it, or they do it. When you call on them, they gonna be there and they're gonna show you their work. When they call you, they say, yo, where you been at? You like, I did this, I did that. You gonna show your work because you did the right thing. That's why you answer. But if you're not doing the right thing, you ain't answering, you gonna hide. That's what Adam did. Adam hide. Or Adam hid. You know what I'm saying? So keep going. It's 9:04. Well, let's finish this joint, go home.
I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him,
Mm-hmm.
and show him my salvation.
All right, so that's it on that. So we understand. We probably do a volume 2 later, but we understand that. We've been put in this captivity. We've been put in this hell. It's something that we put ourselves in. You know what I mean? The only way to really get out of it is to serve the Lord. And it might be something so simple, like, oh, just serve the Lord, be a man of God. But the scriptures tell you how to do it. Just stay out the way. Just don't be that guy that's so easily susceptible to, you know what I mean, what they got going on. But
I was gonna ask, isn't it like the bottomless pit similar to like crabs in a bucket?
yes, because crabs in a bucket are going to continue to pull you down. And even when you think you made it to the top, they will pull you back down. You know what I'm saying? So you're never going to be able to get out. That's why it's bottomless, because you can never get it to the top. And anytime somebody try to get to the top, they just pull them back down. Which is why crabs being in a barrel is fine. You can put as many crabs as you want in the barrel, none of them getting out. Not one of them will get out. And that's not even anatomy, science, that's just simple. Because they don't want you to get out. And if you about to get out, they're gonna grab onto you. And then somebody's gonna grab onto them. And somebody's gonna grab onto them. And you never gonna make it out.
Gonna tumble right back down.
You never gonna make it out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's their job. Their job is to keep you here. And if you about to leave, we all gonna leave with you. And you gotta be strong enough to pull out 25 crabs in order to make it out. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what we're here for. That's why we teach each other. You teach the crab behind you how to be strong. I don't want to use crabs. You teach the person that's behind you that's holding on to you how to be strong. And then we can just have one holy bucket. And we can just walk back into the ocean. Because we all on the same time. Go ahead.
This truth is like our ladder up.
Yeah. Yep. It's our way out. It's our way out of this hell. It's our way out of the hard knock life. You know what I'm saying? Only way we can do it is to serve the Lord, keep his commandments. And if we don't do that, then we're going to forever be on that wide, straight path, and you're going to be one of them 1,000 men that fall. You know what I mean? Gonna be that guy. And that being said, we're going to pass the class to Dan. You can't even read the announcements, can you?
I'm not sure, sir.
All right, man. We're the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, out of 1 West 121st Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brothers and sisters. If a brother and sister coming to the school, they off limits for 6 months. It's saluted only. They're here to share themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. Give me a call. You know what I mean? If you want to be a trooper, start wearing all black. So like it. Tithe, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10 means 10th in Hebrew, ma'asharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Go to Zelle, I.S.U.P.K.com. Get in touch with your camp leader, however you want to do that. Upcoming Holy Convocation is this Saturday, which is the closing of the Feast of Tabernacles. It's going to be Saturday at sundown in your city, wherever you at. Make sure you tune in if you're here in the Houston area or we got family or loved ones in the Houston area. We'll be here Saturday night for the closing of the feast at 7 sundown. So make sure you show up, come eat, come help us eat, come help us drink, help us have a good time. If you want to be a trooper to school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that being said, I'm Majin, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Majin Shabbat, Majin, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Ajim Matah, which you said, most high in the name of Christ, bless you. Sar, which means to turn. Men of Israel will get a sister's one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Majin Shabbat, Majin, Barak, Yahweh Shabbat, Allah Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shab, which means most high watch over you in the name of Christ. Yajim Matah, class dismissed.